I've said before in my last review, last Brilliance of anyway, that Bye Bye Bunker is by far my favorite episode of Trolls the Beat Goes On. While I said Gem Day was a perfect episode, this is by far my favorite, Bye Bye Bunker, specifically because of what they've achieved with it and what kind of things that they were able to fix and the controversies that were just immediately dropped because of episodes like this. Let's just go ahead and get started. This episode pretty much starts out with Poppy scrapbooking, but then Smidge and Biggie come in saying that the invitation is by Branch.
Not like this. It's being hosted by Branch.
Yeah.
You're invited inside my bunker against my better judgment. Yay!
Against my better judgment. See? It's still keeping up that classic Branch feel to it. Sorry, it's hard to hold. Anyway, they pretty much head out and, you know, they reminisce. To which Branch then has an announcement.
Excuse me, everyone. I have an announcement.
Huh?
Now, as you know, I've made a lot of changes lately, with a goal to stop being the village grump and become a full-fledged troll. You know, a troll who sees things optimistically, who sings for no reason at all, who knows the right moment to shout, "Let's get this party started!" That was the wrong moment, dude!
Now that is kind of funny. I mean, the joke is that it's like, okay, that was the wrong time, but it wasn't the wrong time. He was demonstrating.
Ooh. Anyway, after a lot of troll searching, I realized there's one thing keeping me from reaching that goal. And that's why I invited you all here. To tell you, I'm moving out of the bunker to live above ground. Permanently.
I wonder if he really thought about that. That's the thing, though, is they don't tell you if he thought about it or not, because there are consequences to stuff like that. And that's one of the main intelligence parts of this episode. Okay, honestly, that's fun. Stupid, but fun.
This is amazing. I am so proud of you. I could just.
That's actually pretty cute and funny. just hugs. I'm like, really? But honestly, I made that joke already. I made that one joke already in my season 8 marathon, so I'm not gonna say it again. But you know where I'm going at every single time.
Why are you not excited?
But I guess it's because Poppy's not on steroids, eh? Well, it's because of the fact that Branch knows that this is going to be hard for him, and that he wants Poppy to find him a new pod. They kind of treat him stupidly at first, with the whole step again and stuff like that, and I got irritated by that. But then the pod is shown.
Come on, I'll show you.
Hey, we had Judge Poppy, we had Dr. Poppy, and now we have Real Estate Poppy. It could go on forever.
This is the most sought after pod in the village. Original hair flooring. It sure is.
I love how the episode even goes on to silence about that. Because it's like, okay, we get it. That's a bit weird. Anyway, moving on.
This pod is so quiet, you can hear a hair drop. Well, that's gonna take forever, but you get the idea.
I absolutely love that joke. That's my favorite part of the entire episode, honestly. Just, you can hear a hair drop. Well, that's gonna take forever. Anyway.
And I'm told it has an insane view of the local rainbow.
Ooh, I like rainbows.
Honestly, that's a fun joke. But honestly, I don't know how a rainbow can be that powerful. I mean, we do have to fix rainbows as established by Rainbow Mageddon, but oh well. Honestly, I might get a seizure. Anyway, Branch is now best to describe his, ideal home. And when it's finished, it goes all the way back to the fear bunker.
The fear bunker?
No! All along I was describing my bunker?
Maybe you could try and, make the house kind of look like the bunker. Wouldn't that be a better explanation for it? But here's the thing. There's a difference. They don't realize this. And plus, if they made the pod look like the bunker, he'd miss his old home a little more.
Branch, don't give up. We can still find you a great place.
But don't you see, Poppy?
Yeah, we keep going. And, of course, Branch then finally realizes he must destroy his bunker in order to be able to move on.
The solution. It's so obvious. I have to destroy my bunker.
Whoa, Branch. Let's not be so drastic. We can just lock up the bunker and I'll guard the key.
See, look at that. Even Poppy knows that blowing up the bunker is a bit too much and decides, let's just lock it up and guard the key. But Branch realizes that that's not going to work because of the fact that he'll be sad and just want to go home and realize that he can't go home because of the fact that, they lock up the key.
Good. Now look, this is going to be really hard for me. So no matter what I say or do, you have to make me go through with it.
I don't know, Branch.
Please, Poppy, it's the only way I'll ever change into a full-fledged troll.
You heard that, folks. So do not basically think that Poppy was the one who decided to blow up the bunker. Branch decided to blow up the bunker. And Branch said, no matter what I say or do, I must go through with it. That's the thing. Poppy knows that blowing up this bunker is not going to be, the best idea. But Branch thinks it's the best solution to just stay so that he can become a full-fledged troll and stay away from the bunker.
Promise me.
Cross my hair. Hope to never hug again.
Okay, honestly, that's creative, and I like it. And Poppy says they're gonna need some help.
Remote detonation engaged.
One thing I don't get is why he doesn't, take his stuff out. See, that's the thing. The bunker was his living area. So why doesn't he take, all his rations and his clothing and stuff out? But see, that's not the kind of thing we're supposed to think about here. Our worry is not with the furniture or any of the clothing, it's the home itself.
Well, what am I doing? I can't go through with this. Can I?
Uh-oh. We're losing them, guys.
They decide to sing the Shine Like Gold, which is by far my favorite song of season 8. Honestly, this is where I got a lot of the complaints. This is where, to me at least, the animation gets much better. I know that Gem Day has a lot of great animation as is, but this is where the animation really kicks in. Because as they're singing this song, they're going to levitate up, and you'll see something extremely beautiful. This. And I did not think they were going to do that, but they did, and I love it. I can't believe it. Especially that shot, man. Jeez. I'm turning off the subtitles just so you can see it. My God, that is the best thing I've ever seen. That's my thumbnail right there. Plus, there's a lot of Broppy support, and I love it. Anyway, the show, while tempting, does not tell Branch to blow up his bunker, and they get into an ensuing chase with a ton of great gags.
Cloud guy? You're helping me?
What can I say, Branch? I'm an agent of chaos.
Wow, that's so nice.
Absolutely hate that. Branch is almost back at the bunker, and until the Poppy grabs him grabs him, And then Branch finally says that he doesn't, and that he can't be what everyone wants him to be.
No, I can't. I can't be what you all want me to be.
Oh. You can't be what we want you to be?
See, when I saw this part in the clip, I was like, this is clearly the moment where they're going to address the controversy. Because they question like what we want you to be, but what about what you want to be? See, because this is Branch wanting to be a full-fledged troll on his own. No one is forcing him to in any of this. And it was also his promise to blow up the bunker. But he realizes this bunker is way too important to him. So that's why he can't do it.
Don't get me wrong. Becoming a troll again has made me happier than I ever thought I could be. But I don't want to change everything about myself. I like myself.
And that's a fair thing to do. Nobody should ever have to change everything about themselves, but tastes evolve and things change. But not everything has to change. You can still like the things that you like, and you can still dislike the things that you dislike, and you can still be the same person you always are. But you can change the things that you like, the things that you dislike, and many more beliefs that you may have in your mind, as well as your own living conditions. So, I like that they're able to touch on that.
Branch, I'm gonna say something to you right now. And I'm gonna say it in a way that I hope will get through to you. It's gonna be kind of theatrical and probably too earnest. But hey, I'm a troll. So here goes.
I love that one moment right there. I'm a troll, so here it goes. I just love that moment. Like not trolling like online troll, by the way. I'm meaning like this kind of trolls. Like it's just like I'm a troll, like as a like I'm a positive person, so here it goes. And I do like that it's like I'm gonna say something, and I'm gonna say it in a way that will hopefully get through to you, and everything like that. And I absolutely love that. I love how like genuinely slow it is too to basically set up the emotional moment.
Guys,
I'm not kidding. When I heard that, I screamed. I was like, "Oh my god," because I thought they were going to sing Rhythm of Your Heart. I'm not kidding. It sounds like the beginning, but they don't.
Branch,
And this moment right here, from here going forward to where I stop, is the one moment that defines everything and why I decided this is my favorite episode.
on the day you came back into our lives, you changed everything. Your passion, your intensity, your loyalty, and all those grumbles under your breath, they turned us upside down. Because of you, we feel safer. We value honesty, even when the truth is hard. And we realize that just because something isn't right and cute, that doesn't mean it isn't beautiful. Because we love you exactly the way you are.
That one moment cements entirely what my absolute love for this episode, because let's face it, there isn't going to be anything that's more earnest and everything than that. It's like uh, just because something isn't bright and cute doesn't mean it's beautiful. It's because we love you exactly for who you are. People, there was a controversy back then where this show Poppy was seen as the worst person you could ever see. Where it's like, oh, this Poppy isn't accepting Branch for who he is. This episode said, hey, screw you for that, and obviously that ain't true. Because Poppy and the rest do. It's like sometimes the implications can go off. Like, in some way. At least when others just watch it for the first time and see the similarities and stuff, you know? So anyway, Branch ends up feeling that same burst of overwhelming joy that they see in, other episodes, and they have the hug time.
I don't know what to say. Hug time.
Oh man, that right there was my thumbnail in my trailer, in my season 8 trailer reaction. But if you all thought that the blowing up the bunker issue was over, you thought wrong.
Bunker will self-destruct in 10 seconds.
Turns out it was Cloud Guy, because I hate him and everything about him is plain awful.
Cloud Guy?
See, agent of chaos.
And they leave it right there on a cliffhanger, and that, to me and everybody else, scared us, because we were like, oh wait, what's gonna happen in season 9? But my thing I want to question is, like, since the button was pressed, and when they do get the button back and everything, what if, what would be the way to, like, stop that countdown? And considering that it said 10 seconds, it probably would have already blown up by now, so I don't know. But seriously, Bye Bye Bunker is just a special episode to me, specifically because of that one moment. Everything else is all par for the course. Great humor, great animation, and many others. And honestly, I do think this episode is not as special as Gem Day, but I find the animation and the moral much better in this one than Gem Day. But a lot of people do love Gem Day, so I can't argue with it. And I can't argue that Gem Day is the good episode either, because Gem Day is a great episode. It was my first Brilliance of. This is my second Brilliance of, and I've got like another one coming up on the way. But regardless, I do like Bye Bye Bunker as an episode. It's not as like fully exciting as Gem Day was, but it definitely provides a lot more like beautiful context that definitely ends a character's arc in a much better way than I thought they were going to. And it leaves us on a great cliffhanger to make us want more. So honestly, that's always a plus. So that's, I guess, it. Um, I don't think I really have any negatives with Bye Bye Bunker, specifically because every single thing of dialogue would have stopped that. Because back then, when you didn't have the episode, you only had the whole, oh, you made me promise and stuff like that. But back then, when they didn't say that, like at the beginning moments of that clip, you were thinking, oh my god, Poppy's making him blow up the bunker. That's not good. And then you hear the promise and you're like, oh, wait, I got it. But seriously, this episode's a pretty special one. It's one of the big standout hits of season 8, and I love it. And I think a lot of people do too. A lot of people say Bye Bye Bunker is the best of season 8, and I agree. Does everyone say that Bye Bye Bunker is the best episode of the entire series? Nah, not really. I mean, I kind of do, but my opinions can be biased occasionally. It depends on like the emotional moments are always my biggest weakness point, and the more emotion I feel, the more I'm gonna like an episode, or at least the more it pushes my emotions into a better way, like a good way. Um, that's what makes it good. That's why Gem Day was good, is because it pushed my emotions in a good way when it talked about how proud I was for Branch for him doing all of that. New Anthem was fun in the sense of like everyone coming together and being themselves. Branchception was that even though I may not always agree with you, I always value you, from Poppy at the end. And Fluffleberry Quest was Poppy with saying, I might potentially risk my life to get my friend this gift that he deserves. And Branch with, I'd rather live without the last memory of my grandma than lose my best friend. And and those kinds of moments are like, they're so genuine and true that they're seen as the best episodes. For an episode to get the worst or 0 is for them to push my emotions the wrong way, like Prank Day or Creek Week. Creek, we basically manipulated a lot of feelings, and it's like, okay, they could have done this much better. And Prank Day was more mean spirited in the sense of like, oh, we don't care about the holiday that we're celebrating as long as our main character gets the title of Prank Master and wins. It's totally fine. We don't care about Branch winning, and that's a lot. That's been a big problem with the series for a while. But even then, they always pull off these stellar episodes. So, anyway, thank you for watching my Bye Bye Bunker review. The next one will be the brilliance of sibling quibbling, and I'm really excited to do that one. Anyway, thank you, and as always, I will see you in the next video. Bye!